be life. Life will never be the same.
Has anybody heard about Howard Hill? He was a legendary archer.
You can always hit a bullseye. Yes, and the arrow goes and hits the bullseye, and the next arrow, he could split the first one into half. That good he was. Right? He could kill a shark 10 feet under the water with one single arrow. He was legend in his work. Everybody who knows about archery, they know this man is the man to talk about. He was very good in his field. I can tell you, I am also very good in my field. Yeah. Right? And I can tell you one thing. That anyone sitting over here, provided you got a perfectly fine eyesight, with a little bit of training from me, just half an hour, for next 10 days time, any one of you can be a better archer than Howard Hill himself. And he was wondering what happened to Sudesh. No, provided it will happen. Like you could become a better archer than Howard Hill himself, provided Howard Hill is blindfolded, he's told to turn around 360 degrees and then shoot. And you must be really wondering, yes, put puzzle over here. How can anybody shoot a target when you can't even see that? Perfectly right, very, very good question. I've got another question to ask you. How can you lead your life without knowing what is there in front of you? Until you know where you're going towards. Until you have a goal, objective in front of you. And that's what exactly normally happens. All of us lead a life, live every single day, without even knowing which way we're heading or which way we want to go for. So, and somebody says, oh no, but I do organize myself, I do plan myself. But if you see, if you are actually setting goals, you only set goals for finance. Where will my business be in next 2 years' time? How much money will I have in a bank? Sometimes you just keep it in your mind, you just plan it out, but how many of us really do execute? But coming back to this goal setting again, right? We just set very limited goals, just for finance. And one wise man rightly said that the wheel of life has got 6 spokes. Let me tell you what is 6 spokes. The wheel of life has got 6 spokes. And that consists of physical health, mental, spiritual, then you've got finances, then you've got social, and then you've got your family. See, the wheel of life, this is complete life. Now we normally just talk about when you're setting goals, we just talk about finance. How much money will I make? Where will I be, my business be next 2 years' time? That is if you make, right? But we always forget the rest 5 more teachings of life. And if I ask you a question like, imagine this middle part, this part is 0, and the circumference, the outer part, is 100. Imagine the percentage that you are living today in all these 6 aspects. For example, I'll just give you an example. Maybe this is where you are, right? And this is where you want to be. As far as your finances are concerned, as far as your social life is concerned, as far as your family is concerned, your mental growth, your physical growth, and your spiritual. How will you rate yourself? Everybody can do your own calculation, but I'm just giving you a small example. Like maybe finances, you say, oh, okay, 80% is fine for me. I'm at the 80% level. Socially, maybe I'm too busy making money, so I can't socialize much. So maybe 40%. Family, yes, I do have to give more time than I'm normally giving. So maybe I'm about 60%. Mentally, I've not been reading a lot of books. I've not been attending seminars. Only information I get is newspapers or or television news. So nothing much happening, so maybe 20%. Physically, I just go for a walk. I eat junk. right? My diet is not very good. So maybe I'll say 30%. Yours could be different. I'm just giving an example over here. Spiritually, all right, I pray every single day. I meditate, right? Maybe you can say again 50% over here. Now, if you have to join these things, you could just share it, all of them. This could be whatever percentage what you're talking about. Right? You get some kind of shape. But do you think if this shape was the shape of your tire, your vehicle you drive, your motor car or your bicycle or your motorcycle, if this was the shape of your wheel, will it move? Can't move. What we call it as balance, the equilibrium of life, living life in all aspects totally. I'll give you a good example. In fact, it's a true example I'm giving you. In the year 1923, 8 of America's richest people, they were brought together, and together these 8 people had more money than the entire American government. That's which these people were. Well, they were brought together, and then after 25 years, somebody said, well, let's see what happened to these 8 people who were so rich, and one point in time they were together, and I'd like to tell you what happened with them. The first one of them was Charles Schwab. He was president of largest steel company. Later on, he lived on borrowed money. Then Howard Hudson, president of largest gas company. He went insane. Arthur Cutten, he was the greatest commodity trader. He died insolvent. Richard Whitney, president of New York State Stock Exchange. He was sent to jail. Albert Fall, member of President's cabinet. He was pardoned from jail to go home and die in peace. Jesse Livermore, the greatest bear on Wall Street, committed suicide. Ivor Kruger, president of world's greatest monopoly, committed suicide. Leon Fraser, president of Bank of International Statement, committed suicide. All 8 of them. Now they were the richest man. If money was all everything, guess what? They were living a perfectly good lifestyle. They were very happy. But what happened? The wheel over here, maybe over here was 100%, the rest of things was not right. That's why they couldn't move faster. They went down. Something went wrong. People who had so much power at one particular time had a very bad ending. Why? Because they just concentrated, focused on one thing only. It's a very popular joke that Englishman works all his life making money, make more money, make more money, make more money. And once he's old, he's about to retire, guess what? His wife Susan takes all his money and runs away with somebody else. Because what happened is this man was so focused making money, did not neglect his wife. She in turn fell with somebody else, in love with somebody else, and there he was gone. Right? So in next few weeks, what we'll be doing is we'll be discussing each angle of this wheel in detail. We'll be talking about physical, that is your physical health, your mental, your family, social, finances, and spiritual. Because it's a very long, it's a big thing to cover in one presentation itself, in one seminar itself. So we break it down, and every seminar we'll be talking on one topic, right? So today let's talk about social and family. So let's talk about what is social life. Humans are social animals. We have been designed that we live with people around. If you're in isolation, you go crazy. You send somebody in isolation, yes, they go crazy. They got to communicate. I met one man in America, he was a prisoner of war. For 7 whole years, he was kept in a cell that was 3 feet by 6 feet. He was not told, he was banned from talking to anybody. It was a very dark room, but still. And along with him, there were not many more people. He was in the prison of war in Vietnam, right? He was an American. And still they used to communicate. They used to talk with banging on walls. They used to, like this, clapping. That's how they used to communicate. Because they have to, human has to communicate, otherwise they go insane. Right? We are social animals. We've got to move around. And one more thing is that, like Dr. Warren was saying, the satisfaction of helping somebody else is really beautiful. It's a different kind of satisfaction. That's what is human all about. Helping each other, contributing. Mother Teresa, live beyond yourself. That's what she always used to say. Right? And we got to be associated with people. Why do we have to be there? Because again, one of the basic needs of human is significance. You want to be good, and you want everybody else to know that you are good. Imagine yourself, you got a beautiful bungalow, or maybe a castle with maybe 5, 6 swimming pools, and anything you can work or think about. Maybe you saw in movies and you dream, okay, this is a castle and I like to have this castle, right? And then you had this castle, and you were in the middle of nowhere, in an island. You'll get sick of it very soon. Even if you've got a small bedroom, 1 bedroom or apartment, but you want to flash something to your friend to see, I've got it. My family come over to my house. You get a pride. Even if it's a small house, but then I'm proud of it. You see the beautiful collection I have. You go to your people go for a significance like in positive way, they go for higher degrees. They go for art, music, dancing. Why? Because to show people around, yes, I have got it. Right? And if you're the best artist, if you're the best dancer, if you're the best singer, and there's no audience, how will you feel? No, you're not allowed to dance or to. You dress up very well every single day. Why? So people around you, your neighbors who are looking at you. Looking at you. Right? You've got to look presentable. But imagine nobody was there. What will happen to you? And we normally neglect. And a lot of people who tell me, all right, you know, my work schedule is so tough. I get up early in the morning. 8 6 7 bajhe jata hu. 8 bajhe I'm in the office and I come very late. Now imagine what happened to them. They're not meeting their friends. Very rarely they're meeting their family. No place to laugh around, no place to express themselves. In the office, when you're in a work atmosphere, even if you're laughing, I can tell you one thing, you're actually not laughing. If you're wondering, you're alright, yeah, my colleagues are with me. Is it fine? Or if I express it very to myself, is it be okay? No. So you're not expressing yourself, and you need some place to sit down, unwind yourself with your family, with your friends, socialize, go for a party, right? Meet your relatives, your old friends. The pleasure you get when you meet your old college friend, even if he didn't speak to you ever in the college days. When you saw him, oh, I'm cutting with you, walked away. But when you see him around after 10 years or 15 years, say, remember you were in the same college? You start chatting around. Especially it happens when you're traveling. When you're traveling, maybe you've gone abroad, and you see your neighbor over there, or somebody in your building who stays there. You know he stays there, but you never spoke to him. But when you see him in another country, you run towards him because you see a known face. He's a person I know, I can relate to. The emotions are exchanged, right? That moving around, socializing with people is one of the basic needs of human, and that we should express ourselves. Then comes your family. Whatever you do, you're loving, you're working very hard for what? For your near and dear ones, to make sure that your family is well kept. They get the lifestyle they desire or they deserve. They should get it. That's the reason we all are working. And that's what gives fulfillment over here. Wow. My children are happy. They're going to the right school, which I wanted to go. You're happy with. Then you say, yes, I'm successful. Love is another one of the very important things. One of the very important basic needs of human. No success is full without love. Humans are designed that way. In the core of your heart, love is there. Even if you are very angry with your friends or your family, or imagine your brother, for certain argument you're not talking to him for many years together, but deep down there, you still love him. You hear about him from others. If he's going through a bad time, though you might show him, oh, you don't care about it, but then deep inside you're thinking, yes, it's not good, it's not happening good. My brother deserves much better. Because that's love. We've been together for a long time. You spend some precious moments of your life. And that's what families are all about. When you're feeling actually bad, when you're broken down, maybe physically or maybe financially, first people you start thinking about is your own family. You know, whatever happens, they're still there. They'll not make fun of you. They'll appreciate you. And that's what keeps you going. That's what keeps you going. Right? So, love for the family. We're giving more time for them. And we normally again do not give much time for them. He takes them for granted. All right, he's there. He can do things. If I don't meet him today, so what? And he goes to bed. See, love is basically being closer, oneness, boundness, being bounded to each other. More time you spend with each other, much better it is. Like there's a very beautiful saying on one of the churches on Park Street: "The family that prays together stays together." Very good line. Now, if you realize one thing, in olden days we all say, "Hey, all right, there was more love in the family. Brothers and sisters, they cared for each other." Nowadays there's not much love left. Why? Because those family is not praying together. Those family is not eating together. In olden days, they ate together, they prayed together, and that's what kept them together. Nowadays, it's very fast-paced life. Oh, I'm in a hurry, I'll have my lunch by 1 o'clock, but the other one comes at 1:30, the third one comes, because he's coming from the college, so he's at 2 o'clock. Everybody's meeting and going. It sounds very logical right now, okay, practical right now. But if you see the long term, the attachment, the family values, that goes away. The love within you. That's the reason you find these children are not respecting the parents too much. Why? Because they're not getting enough time which they need. Today our children is living in a very complex world, very dicey situation. Why? Because they have got the maximum choices ever in history of mankind. They have the maximum choices. You talk about clothing, you talk about their school bags, you talk about their recreation, they've got video games, they've got television, they've got everything. They've got the maximum choices and least guidance. Today's children have got least guidance. Why? Because parents are busy, also busy with a lot of other things. The life has become very busy. So you can imagine what will happen. The maximum choices you've got and least guidance, that means there are much more chances for them to go on a wrong track. And that's the result when you see people going for violence. People going for... See, easiest way to get love, connected, right? It's sympathy. You start saying, all right, see, I'm not feeling well. Remember your mother-in-law, when they're looking for their son, not paying attention, all of a sudden they're sick, right? They're not feeling well. Why? Because that's the easiest way to get attention, and you go for that. For the younger boys, younger generation, it's a negative action they take. Go down for smoking, drugs, crime. You see children in America, what's happening? They're moving on with guns. At a very early stage, the child goes up and maybe a 12, 13-year-old starts shooting on. Why? He wants significance, he wants attention. People look at me. He was the one who was with the gun. Now again, that's the same point I'm talking about. That maximum choices, least guidance. This is the result of that. And now there's our husband and wives. Very beautiful couple. Dr. Voda always talks about lot of cases with husband and wife. I like to speak a little bit about that. These days we also have very little tolerance factor within us. We get agitated, angry very soon. Not understanding what somebody else is thinking. Again, because no time, we too much of busy in various works, in activity. Most of the time they are not productivity. If you realize the amount of time you spend in your office, you have actually done it much lesser. And we've been much more. Most of the time people say, okay, I can't work out, I can't because I don't have time. And if you actually see your time, what you spend in the office, maybe early in the morning is some hectic time, then the 2-3 hours, which is just over there. If you're not there, things to be taken care of. Or maybe in the evening you come back and you can do it. That's the time you can do it. Right? So tolerance factor has gone down. And then the man is thinking, why is women so stupid? And the woman is thinking, why is the man so stupid? Right? And there's very simple, logical difference between both of them if you try to understand. I was having a chat with John Gray when I was in America, and this man has got some really beautiful concepts about men and women. And how he defined men and women was, he said, man is like a ship, very focused. Very focused. It starts from one end, it knows where to go, that island, very focused, it goes there, done, job done. Women is like ocean. Everything is within her. right? And the women are more giving, they always care for everybody else. Why? Because they have got a certain hormone in them that's called oxytocin. That hormone gives them, that extra thing of caring for others. Right there, and they can do a lot of things at one time. They talk, they listen, they think, all at one time. Whereas when man is talking, he's just talking. He can't think, he's too focused. Right? If he's thinking, he can just only think. He just want to be alone in one room and thinking. He can't do anything else. I'll give you a very simple example. Like for example, if a man wants to go for shopping, right? If he wants to buy some trousers, it's a project for him. Project trousers. Right? So he's focused over there. Okay, I want to go and buy a trouser. So before he starts, he thinks, all I want this kind of trouser. And these are shops where I can go. He goes there, picks it up, and comes back. Project over. Right? That's as simple as that. But women, they are very different. Yeah. Now what happens is, for them, it's an outing. It's a whole day's plan. They walk out. Okay, I want one dress. I want to buy one dress, one suit I want to buy. When she's moving towards the market, everything has changed. Maybe I can buy a sandal. A purse will also do. Right? And she's shopping around. Right? And by the end of the evening, when she comes back home, she's got a lot of bags in her hand. And the bags are bindi, kakri, tomato. Right? Socks for papu. Socks for papu. Right? Underwear for it. Underwear. And a swimming bottle. That's because even after she's having a real daily food, this one is socks. Everybody around. Right? So she didn't get what she wanted. She got things for everybody around. And when she's back, she's home, she didn't get a suit back. And now she's depressed. Oops, whinging. Guess what? मैं सबका काम करती हूँ, but मैं तो नहीं करती हूँ मुझे. Right? She's whinging, craving, she sits down. That's called the shock. In fact, when women is stressed, how they come out of this stress? Or maybe very romantic moments for them. It's what? I'll write down for you. You want to make them happy? Women, very great creatures. There are two things. When they're stressed, they want you to give them, they're very happy. They come out of the stress. If you want to be very romantic, just do this. What they want is talking and shopping. They can talk and talk and talk and talk. And when they shop and shop and shop. It's not necessary to buy something. Not at all. They can just go out, buy nothing and come back, they're happy. They're out of stress. Right? But that's what they want. And that's two things that exhaust men the most. They get very tired. They're talking and shopping. And being there, if you see the good boutiques, the really intelligent people, the good boutiques, they have come out with a very good concept. In this shop, they keep what? They keep chairs and sofas with magazines for men to read. The men sit down and the women are shopping. And she could be changed at trying 6 different outfits, different types of 6 different colors, and she'll buy nothing. And each time she's buying, she'll say, Dani, kaise lag rahi ho? And that's one piece of advice for men over there. Do not answer. Keep your mouth shut. And it's a clean question, I'm telling you, and very straight. Right? And even if they force you too much, they tell us, how am I looking? Both of you know. Right? Even if you are Raja Harishchandra, Satyavadi, don't say the truth. Right? Don't say the truth. The truth is, when you're looking at her, all right, she's in an outfit, थोड़ा यहाँ पेट बाहर गया है, थोड़ा पेट लग गया है, like she's put on weight, and then next to her you see that outfit में रवि टंडन, or some hero, and she's asking me how am I looking, and if you tell her, darling, you put on weight, you become fat. Guess what?
Happens with me every day.
I can tell you it happens to every single man every single day.
No, I'm running a boutique, that's right.
Okay, he's got a boutique. Now, what happens is, if you tell like you put on weight, you're fat, guess what? The whole thing is also Mahabharata. You might not even get a food. क्या आपको कुछ समझ नहीं थी? Women, they always want men to say, I love you. Always. Okay, why can't she say, love, I love you? And men is always thinking, Usme, she knows it, so what? and that's bothering her. It bothers her. Okay, why is he not saying that? And when it's bothering her, one thing about women, I can tell you one thing. They never tell you straight what she wants. She'll never say what's bothering her. She wants to beg, please tell me what it is. She wants to plead. Because she's thinking, if he loves me, he should know. Right? And he's just in the mind. And poor man doesn't know what's happening around. And he comes and thinks, okay, I do all the good things. I make phone calls in the morning, in the daytime, darling, how are you? Right? Give her occasional gifts, everything is fine. So I do all these big things for her. Big things for her. And the woman is thinking, he can't even praise me. आज मैं इतनी अच्छी लगी थी, इतना नया सूट पहना था, he didn't praise me, he didn't look at me. इतना अच्छा खाना बनाया था, दिल तारीफ नहीं की इसकी. The small praise she is looking for, and the man is thinking, what the hell is happening? She is very confused. He comes from work, comes home, right? And he sees that his wife is slightly upset. Well, okay, yeah, I'll be good today. I'll try to put her today. Now he knows that there's a television and cricket match there, very interesting one. And I tell you one thing. The favorite place of all men is one spot that is shared by every single man. That is right in front of a television, right, with a remote in their hand. Right, that's the favorite place, and that's a cave. They want to be there always, comfortable place to be, and the women don't like it over there. Them over there. Now, this man, he knows that there's a cricket happening right now. I got to go and watch the television. What a fashion peak. Where's the experience that you can see that now?
Women in the world are the same. Don't argue with the lady, you can never win.
Now what happens is this woman is upset now. And now she's not telling me directly what's bothering her. He should know if he loves me. Right? And the man can sense that there's something wrong. And he wants to go to the television and say, trying to be good. Darling, is there anything wrong? Can I do anything? No, everything is right. All right, fine. He thinks that everything is fine. He goes on television, starts the television. And the woman is very angry. Why he doesn't bother for me? She's watching a television. And he thinks that his project is all over. She's all fine. And confusion happens all over there. I tell you one thing. Again, see, as I said, women are like ocean. There are too many things that happen into them, and they can take care of so many things by themselves. And men are very focused, one thing at a time. They can't do more than that, just one thing at a time. It starts from when we are very young. When the man is young, if the mommy says, "Bacha upar jao, go up, brush your teeth, put on your clothes, wear your shoes, and then go to bed and make sure your bed sheets tucked very well." The boy doesn't understand anything. He got into one thing at a time. Go up and brush your teeth. Then I'll come and tell you next what to do. But it started from there. So he only focuses on one thing at one time. Now, it's two scenarios. Now what happens? See, the woman is in the kitchen. She's cooking, cutting vegetables. She is also watching television, taking care of Munnu. At the same time, she has got to hear what the husband is saying on the telephone. When are you not doing that? And the woman is on the other end. What does she do? Oh, the man, I'm sorry. The man is on the phone, and he's talking on the phone, and the woman says, "Arey, Sachi ji ko yehi bolna." And he gets very angry. Angry why? Let me do one thing at one time. Either I can talk or listen to you. And the woman is confused. I'm doing watching television, but Papa will sikha rahi hu, cooking bhi kar rahi hu, baat bhi kar rahi hu, and this man is just one thing. Kya lag gaya? Because men can only think one thing at a time, nothing more than that. I don't know again what happens. One conversation happens. Man is very tired of talking to women. Always very tired. I tell you why. Men, when women start, maybe they go for a picnic. Imagine what happens when they go for a picnic. Yeah, hello? Like, what is men thinking, women thinking? He's got a new dress, praise karega. Right? Allah बढ़िया सैंडविच बनाइए, ये खाएगा तो वो भी तारीफ करेगा. And what is men doing? बैठ के अपना वो scenery देख रहे हैं. He's thinking. Because he can do only one thing at a time. Just scenery देख रहे हैं, observing that only, nothing more than that. Now she starts talking. Why don't you speak to me? Poor chap. All right, I'll speak to you. Right now, focus. Speak to her. Right. Answer all the questions. That's the focus now. All right, that's a project now. Now she starts. You know, my dress. It was tight from here. All right. You focus on the dress. Tight from there. Then immediately there is U-turn. You know, in school, Raju is having this competition. Oh, he's confused. He was focusing on the dress. What about this? It doesn't stop there. But get the focus over there, from here to here. All of a sudden the Sasuji comes into the way. Now he's focusing on this Raju's padai. All of a sudden Sasuji comes here. Again it's mental torture for him. Focus change, turn. The moment he comes to Sasuji, then the neighbor again. And for women, it's very easy for her. Oxytocin, she's like an ocean, she moves on with lot of topics. And the man gets confused. For him, it's like 5,000 yards running. But from one topic to another topic, the third topic, focusing, changing name, and then the woman says, why didn't you answer me? He just trying to answer it, looks at the girl, forget it. Can't take it. But the men, men also have some beautiful things with them. Men love to take credit for everything they do. Yeah, we love to take credit. Yeah, I got it done. Right? You want to keep the women happy. Happy. If she's happy, I'm happy. Right? If everything is right at home, it's not the women who did it. My house, I got it done. Yeah? Oh, I come back. When she's sad, she's crazy, you see. She thinks too many things. No, it happened when they go for a movie. He takes her, okay, baby, let's go for a movie. Takes her out for a movie, right? See the movie over there. And by the movie, कैसी लगी picture? If you say अच्छी लगी, he acts as if he's a producer, director, writer, and yeah, man, this is me, I got it done. Restaurant में गए खाना कैसे लगा रही? अच्छा, wow. He likes to take credit for everything, and women knows that. That's how they play around. And women are very smart on that also. What they do is if they want something from men, right? They don't ask directly. If they want 1,000 rupees, 100 rupees enough. They ask in easy installments. So, एक झटका दिया तो टप खलास. So, darling, small thing. 100 rupees और 100 में अगर 200 हो जाए तो he'll be much better. फिर 200, 500 दे, 700 goes on and he knows what she wants. She knows very well that she wants 1,000 rupees. She play around easy installments, man. Done by the end of the evening, 1,000 rupees, here go. And it happens because the man is so confused by then. Okay, where to focus now? And the woman knows. Yeah, he's confused. Get it? Am I right, women? Yeah. And men, you agree with me? Yeah. Men always forget things. They always like to be reminded. Right? And when the women remind them, कैसा करा? He gets pissed off. क्या मुझे पता नहीं क्या? He gets very angry. What do you think? I'm an idiot? I don't know. And then you don't remind me. मुझे बोले यार क्यों नहीं रहा? So coming back to the same thing. Family. See, I got to leave this room also, so I got to make sure even they're happy. Okay. So coming back, you see, it's khatti-meethi baatein, jhagda, it's very simple thing. Like doctor always says, even in the best of families, there are fights. There are fights because men and women, they're thinking on a different track. Okay, what's happening around? But that's what consists of family. And that's what we always remember. That's what we always cherish in our life. Good family. Those are the moments you live for your wife, your children, your family, your brothers and sisters. That's what people love the most. And that's what brings out the best in you. So again, today we're talking about your social life and family. I'd like to tell you, again, just give some time to them. In fact, you should have a goal for them also. What would you like your family to be in next 3 years' time? Or next 5 years' time? Where would your family, what kind of attachment you would like your children to have among themselves? And then work on them like you work on your business. If I want to have more money in a business, that means I got to do more sales. I will do more sales. Got to make maybe in 3 months, 3 years down the line, or 3 months down the line, I got to have this kind of love, attachment, and togetherness in my family. And how will I get it? How will I? Okay, there's a friction in my family. How can I remove it? What do I have to do today and every single day so that they are stronger, much better together? So we should have a goal for a family, for our own children also. Alright, I've got a certain number of friends around. I got to have more friends. What kind of friends? How can you meet more friends? Maybe join more clubs. Go out. Right? Play some games. Maybe you make more friends over there. So how will you go out and enhance your social circle? You've got to set goals for them too. Not just for money. Not just for your company. Not just for your finances. For every single aspect of your life. You've got to set goals. And when you set goals, then only, when you set goals, there are two things that will happen. Either you'll achieve it, or you'll not achieve it. Two things, nothing more than that. Right? When you achieve it, you're happy. You're on the right track. Very good. If you don't achieve it, you know you're going wrong. Then you can rectify it and get back to it. You can keep rectifying till the time you achieve it. At least you know that you're going wrong. But if you don't set a goal for all these things, guess what? You don't know whether you're doing wrong, right? You don't know what you're doing right. Maybe for your family, you can spend more time with them. Maybe take them out for more picnics. Maybe take them out for more movies. Give them some magic moments of their life where your children will remember, okay, I had some crazy times with my daddy. I had my crazy times with my father. Or your wife saying, or your mother saying, yes, my son gave me some quiet time and I'm very happy. It's such small moments that you live with them that they remember for a very, very long time. So are you giving those magic moments? Are you giving those moments to your family which they remember? And how can you, if you're not, then how can you give them? Plan yourself for your family too, not just for finances. Plan yourself for your social circle. So I conclude today over here. Till next week, we'll be talking about your physical health. A lot of people are talking about, hey, how do we get so much of energy over here? Why am I feeling so energetic all the time? I'll tell you why. Right? So next week, that is on Monday now, we'll be having a Living the Dream seminar. I'll be talking about health. So have a good time, enjoy yourself, and live with passion. Thank you very much.